Welcome to the collective energy update for the week of December 5th. So, the key attribute of this energy this week is kindness. And I felt it so strongly, but random acts of kindness, not only to others, but to yourself. How can you brighten someone else's day? How can you bring in more light into your day? Connecting with the energy of altruism and knowing that you are greatly resourced and everything you use will be replenished energetically and materially. There was this energy of like hoarding, like I'm hoarding my energy, I'm hoarding my finances or my resources, my emotions. I'm keeping it all to me. I'm scared I'm going to run out of this. There's like this emotional scarcity almost happening right now, and give it all away, knowing that you will be replenished and nourished. And when I say give it all away, of course, having financial systems like your budgeting and all of that, of course, is very important. Your money management is important. I'm not saying to like give all of your finances away. I am saying and encouraging, how have you been feeling called to share your resources, maybe by donating it, maybe participating in a course or booking a reading or something? You might have been called to spend or share resources in a certain way. Maybe it's in having a conversation with someone that's very vulnerable, open, and emotional, but you've been keeping it to yourself because you're scared. There's this fear or this scarcity. If that feels resonant with you, then take time today, take time this week to sit in that feeling. Is this fear that is pursuing me to decide to make these decisions, or can I be open? Can I take the chance, take the risk, take the leap, and open up this energy, knowing that it's going to be reciprocated? It's going to come back to me. I'm going to feel renewed and replenished by it. So, giving and expressing freely this week, lightening up the heart space and opening up the throat. That felt very resonant. Opening up the heart, kindness, vulnerability, expressing yourself, opening up the throat chakra, sharing, connecting to that energy feels really, really heightened this week. So the first theme that came to me was activation. So there's this potent energy of transformation and renewal. And that's why like our hearts are being asked to open, our throats are being asked to open, because this is very tied to speaking into what we want, what we're creating, how we're sharing, how we're connecting. And December, like logically, it always feels, I mean, it's the end of the calendar. Well, it's the end of this society's calendar year, right? Even though there's different methods and different timing, time is all linear, but that's side note. So December for a lot of us always feels like that energy of like rushing, oh, I have to get this done by the end of the year. I have to complete this by the end of the year. So it always feels like completion, the end of something. But December to me, as I was feeling into it, and do this for yourself as well, the energy actually feels like the beginning of something new. New dreams, new hopes, new wishes, really tapping into new intentions and bringing them forward, letting go of whatever didn't happen and trust that something bigger is coming your way. So this feels like this energy of like, this is something new. This is not the end of something. This is the beginning of something new. This is a fresh start. And we're going to feel that energy really carrying into to January and February. The second theme was desperation. You're going to want to hold on. So our egos are going to have a hard time of letting go of this thing that we wanted so bad. But letting it go doesn't mean that it's no longer yours. It doesn't mean that it's leaving you. It's the process or the way that it was being delivered that's changing for the better. So our egos are going to like trick us or talk us into, no, hold on to this. Like you had this dream, like you, or whatever it is, you had like this dream or you had this hope or you had this expectation, you had this goal, and like clenching. I'm clenching my fists around it. I'm trying to like hold on to it so much. I'm trying to control it. That's not working right now. We have to open up our fists, open up our hands, surrender it, and acknowledge that just because I'm surrendering, just because I'm trusting, doesn't mean that it's not going to be mine. The way that the guides were showing me is like, it's almost like this rebrand. It's on its way. It's just going to look differently. Like the packaging is going to be differently, but it's the same thing. You open up the box, it's the same thing that you wanted. It's just this packaging is different. So it almost feels like this rebrand energy that ties into that renewal transformation energy. So the more that you can ease and calm your ego and say, okay, like I'm trusting that this is still going to come through, but it might look or feel differently than how my ego thought it would come about. The third theme is isolation. So you might find yourself retreating from others or feeling lonely at this time. And when we're in like these very vulnerable, important growth points, these expansion points, we might find it hard to connect with others on a surface level. So, what practices and what affirmations can you ground into at this time? And knowing that, the time that you spend alone is very healing, it's very nourishing for you, but just also know that it's temporary. This is a season. This is a season of life. This is a cycle that is coming to completion. And there's a season for every emotion. So honor the emotions that are coming up without adding any pressure to it. Like, I feel so lonely and I'm trying to like keep telling myself, uh, surround yourself with people. We don't want any of that toxic positivity right now. We really want to feel it. We really want to say, wow, I feel alone. How does this make me feel? What am I observing? What are the triggers? Sitting with the emotions that are presented to you so that you could just move through them and you can move past them instead of trying to avoid them, distract yourselves from them. So, really honoring where you are without adding any pressure. So, this dream or this goal that you have might feel elusive, but it's closer than ever. We've made it through huge energetic hurdles. The solstice this month is going to be a very potent portal of expansion. Ride the waves was the message that they're saying. Like, ride the waves to the solstice on December 21st and do whatever you can to anchor into yourself and into your attentions. That's why this heart energy is so important. Moving out of the mind, moving out of the third eye space into the heart, into the throat, authentic and expression with integrity. So Chelsea Jewel and I, my soul sister, she's intuitive, karmic astrologer. We are hosting a healing event on the solstice, December 21st, to honor this crazy ride of a year that we've been on. It's going to be a beautiful community conversation and healing circle. It's going to be co-led. All of us are very much going to be healing one another in it. And it's going to be a chance for you to, talk about how you feel, what's not fair, what didn't come through for you, honoring these emotions, allowing other people to support you and acknowledge them with you. It's going to be a really powerful experience in releasing so that we can create space to welcome and receive this new energy. So it's going to be a lot of clearing, a lot of shedding, and opening up our hearts, opening up our throats to receive. So the link is below if you'd like more information on that. I hope you can join us. And also year ahead readings. If you're interested in your mantra for 2023, some of the themes, some of the energetic, messages that want to come through for you. What will 2023 bring? What is the, energy? What do you get to experience? What do you get to release? What do you get to call in? These readings have been really powerful, and I have two options. You could have an audio sent to you and you can listen to it at any time, or we can do a one-on-one reading and healing to integrate all of this information together. So again, more information on that below. And I am just sending kindness, positivity, and optimism your way for a beautiful week ahead.